Lessons from the book 80/20th Principle. Number 1. The 80/20th principle asserts that a minority of causes, inputs, or effort usually lead to a majority of the results, outputs, or rewards. Taken literally, this means that, for example, 80% of what you achieve in your job comes from 20% of the time spent. Thus, for all practical purposes, 4/5 of the effort, a dominant part of it, is largely irrelevant. This is contrary to what people normally expect. So the 80/20th principle states that there is an inbuilt imbalance between causes and results, inputs and outputs, and effort and reward. A good benchmark for this imbalance is provided by the 80/20th relationship. A typical pattern will show that 80% of outputs result from 20% of inputs, that 80% of consequences flow from 20% of causes, or that 80% of results come from 20% of effort. Number 2. Application of the 80/20th principle implies that we should do the following: celebrate exceptional productivity rather than raise average efforts, look for the shortcut rather than run the full course, exercise control over our lives with the least possible effort, strive for excellence in few things rather than good performance in many, delegate or outsource as much as possible in our daily lives, and be encouraged rather than penalized by tax systems to do this. Use gardeners, car mechanics, decorators, and other specialists to the maximum. Instead of doing the work ourselves, choose our careers and employers with extraordinary care, and if possible, employ others. Rather than being employed ourselves, only do the thing we are best at doing and enjoy most. Number 3. Those who analyze the reasons for their success know the 80/20th rule applies. 80% of their growth, profitability, and satisfaction comes from 20% of the clients. At a minimum, firms should identify the top 20% to get a clear picture of desirable prospects for future growth. Number 4. The top 10 highest value uses of time. Things that advance your overall purpose in life. Things you have always wanted to do. Things already in the 20/80th relationship of time to results. Innovative ways of doing things that promise to slash the time required and/or multiply the quality of results. Things other people tell you can't be done. Things other people have done successfully in a different arena. Things that use your own creativity. Things that you can get other people to do for you with relatively little effort on your part. Anything with high-quality collaborators who have already transcended the 80/20th rule of time, who use time eccentrically and effectively. Things for which it is now or never. Number 5. Things that matter most must never be at the mercy of things that matter least. Number 6. 2 ways to be happier. Identify the times when you are happiest and expand them as much as possible. Identify the times when you are least happy and reduce them as much as possible. Number 7. If your use of time is unbalanced, a time revolution is required. You don't need to organize yourself better or alter your time allocation at the margins. You need to transform how you spend your time. You probably also need to change the way you think about time itself.